Hello everyone and welcome to another Traveling with Gui. Today I've come here to talk about the main difference that I have felt between Brazil and the UK after arriving to Liverpool. So stay with me, subscribe to the channel and let's go! Difference number 1. In the UK, they don't have many street dogs like we have in Brazil and many other countries in South America, for example. Maybe the reason for this here in England is that since April 2016, I think, it's compulsory that people they put microchips on their dogs. And as a consequence, of course, it's tougher for them to abandon dogs, because if they do this, someone is going to find out, like the police, and maybe the law here is more rigorous than what we have in Brazil, for example. Because if you go to any big city in Brazil, or doesn't need to be the biggest cities in Brazil, like São Paulo or even Curitiba where I live, but if you go to any city in Brazil, you're going to understand what I'm trying to say right now. And as a result, in Brazil we have many dog shelters, and many people they are against buying dogs because it's needless, because you have so many dogs on the streets and in dog shelters needing for someone to adopt them and to give them some love and a home. And here in the UK, I believe the situation is pretty different. And sometimes, I know this is a good thing here, but sometimes I have to be honest and say that I miss when I am at the street, on the streets, at a restaurant or anywhere, and suddenly a dog comes from the streets and I have to pet them. And I miss this sometimes, something that happens quite often in Brazil. So that's the first difference between Brazil and the UK. Difference number 2. In the UK, not in the UK maybe, but in Liverpool, where I am, people smoke a lot. And I'm being serious when I say that. It's really unlikely that you're not going to spot a young person not smoking on the streets. And I have seen so many young people, 12 years old, 13, and for me, they are kids, children, and they smoke and they think it's really beautiful. And I have seen almost everything here, so cigarettes, I have felt the smell of weed, of course, people smoke a lot of electronic cigarettes. I think the only thing that I haven't seen was cigars. I think that's the only thing for now. So they smoke a lot, so I thought that in Brazil people are used to smoking a lot, but I changed my mind after coming, especially to Liverpool. I can't say for other cities in the UK. If you're from the UK and you're watching this, please share in the comments how the situation in your city, in your region, because here in Liverpool, that's how it feels. Difference number 3. People in Liverpool, I can't say for the whole UK because I haven't been to other parts of the country, they are not really polite when it comes to the environment, especially on a really sunny day and they go to the park to drink and eat a lot. And if you go there on the following day, you're going to understand what I'm trying to say right now, because they don't do something really simple, a really simple task, which is taking your trash, your rubbish, your garbage to the trash can, to the bin. And so it's really bad and really ugly if you go to a park or say a square, and after many people have been there, and you're going to see a lot of garbage, a lot of rubbish on the grass, on the floor. So it's not really nice, and especially in Liverpool, which is a really gorgeous and amazing city. And we have a really beautiful place the River Mersey, and I have seen many times a lot of rubbish, a lot of garbage on the River Mersey, on the water. And it's not really delightful and pleasant to see this. So come on guys, let's try to change this attitude, okay? And I'm saying this because many people, many Brazilians I have seen, they say that Brazilians are not polite, and they think this happens only in our country in South America, because Brazilians, we have this approach sometimes to say that everything is better in another country. But surprise, my friends, this happens as well here in Liverpool, and I imagine in the rest of the UK. So let's change this, okay guys? Difference number 4. In Liverpool, I haven't seen many motorcycles, especially in any big city in Brazil. Like if you haven't been to Brazil yet, go one day like to any big city, like to my city, for example, Curitiba, or like the hugest one in Brazil, São Paulo, and you're going to have a picture, like a clear picture of what I'm talking about right now. So in Liverpool, like people they don't drive many motorcycles, I guess. Like people walk a lot, they have many bikes. And in Brazil, the situation is the following, because in Brazil, like many people they have motorcycles because it's cheaper, it's more affordable, and especially because it's faster, like to get, especially when you live like in a city like São Paulo, like with like 15 million people, like 20 million people on a normal day, because people from other cities they come to work in São Paulo. So and it's cheap and it's faster if you have a motorcycle, like to do like your daily tasks. And it's different when you compare to the US, for example, when we remember about Harley Davidson, where they have created like a lifestyle with motorcycles. And in Brazil, I would say it's more like a need that people have. And here in Liverpool, at least, I haven't noticed something like that. And like I said before, if you're from the UK, please share in the comments how the situation may be in London or any other city, okay? I'll be really glad like to find out. Difference number 5. And this one is really interesting, really fascinating, and I have to say that I kind of like this one. British people are fascinated with pubs. Like this is something that doesn't happen quite often in Brazil, because we don't have pubs in Brazil, I have to say. We have bars, we have restaurants, we have what we call like botecos, which are really simple bars, but really friendly, really cozy, where you can go like to drink like lots of beer with your friends, your family, like to spend, like to enjoy like the evening, the afternoon, like the morning if you want. And here in the UK, people they are crazy, like really crazy for pubs. They were talking a lot about this during the pandemic, that this was something that people, like most people, they were missing a lot. And sorry, I'm sweating a little bit. And and yeah, so people are really like, they love pubs, and I have to say I really like them right now, because you can go there, you can have like here beers they call like pints, so you can have many pints, you can enjoy like with your friends, and you can like laugh a lot, and a lot of like funny things happening on the pubs. And especially when you find the best one with like a friendly staff, you tend to go there more often. This is something that happens with me. So that's a big difference between Brazil and the UK, and it's a tradition in the UK. It's something that belongs to England especially, and Scotland and Wales and Northern Ireland, I imagine as well. Time to take a break. Difference number 6, and the last one here on another episode of Traveling with Guy. My British friends, do you know what this is? That's a lemonade. In Brazil we call Swiss lemonade. Don't ask me why, I don't have any clues on that. I don't think it has come from Switzerland, but that's how we call in Brazil. You make with the shells and then you put like water and sugar. If you want, some people they can drink without sugar. And that's a really big difference for me, because my family in Brazil, we love lemonades. We make it like every single day, sometimes more than once on the same day. And here in the UK, if you go to a pub or a restaurant and you try to order like a lemonade, this has happened with me. Like they're going to bring you, I'm pretty sure, like a fizzy drink with lemon on the top. But I have to tell you the truth, this is not a lemonade. That's a lemonade, a really good drink, really refreshing, especially like on a really like warm and hot day. So maybe, I don't know, like you British people should try to adopt this, you know, in your pubs and restaurants, because like I said, this is delicious. So that's a wrap, fellas. I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope you haven't found that I was like disrespectful or something like that. I just tried to show like some difference that I have felt, especially me. This is something really like particular to myself. It's the difference between Brazil and the UK. Okay, and share with me your thoughts on the comments. If you agree with me, if you disagree, if you liked. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I'll see you soon. Okay? Subscribe to the channel, like, share with your friends, send to your family, to your dog, to your cat, and I'll see you soon.